couldn't read her, or should I say jail? JPay, correlates in music by mail. I started with nothing, ended up with a lot. All my life I've been hustling and clutching choppers and Glocks.
Man, I get it to pop whenever I'm on the block. Never know who will stole when you feed them the rock. 6 in the morning, dreads at my spot. Ball on the floor, team ready to drop. Run with scotch, I roll one up. Enough in my blunt to levitate like monks. Big boss status ain't made for runts. Exotics online that'll wake shit up.
Ay, yeah, wake shit up. Ay, on my mama I can't make shit up. Ay, if I ain't a real boy, what you call it? I don't think you want no problems. Wake shit up. Ay, on my mama I can't make shit up. Ay, if I ain't a real boy, what you call it? I don't think you want no
I'm
problems.
off in it. Got a feeler and a heater when I'm off in it. When I'm in it, I'ma need about a soft minute. We can chop it over lunch, maybe talk spinach. Got a plot that we can rock and we walk with it. Get a bag, run it up, then we run it back. Get a pack to the yak, watch how they act. It's a rap when it's wrapped and it's all attack. If I ain't a real boy, what you call that?
Having at it, getting to it. I'm on this juice, same color as transmission fluid. 2 units on my collarbone, but the screen cracked on my iPhone.
Yo.
These niggas dealing with their hormones. They acting like bitches, they need some tampons. I'm having my riches, I'm sitting on a few tickets, and I lay a nigga out like a napkin.
Ay, yeah, wake shit up. Ay, on my mama I can't make shit up. Ay, if I ain't a real boy, what you call it? I don't think you want no problems. Wake shit up. Ay, on my mama I can't make shit up. Ay, if I ain't a real boy, what you call it? I don't think you want no problems.
Everything Gucci in another week. Just put the stash in the 7-3. Me and Lil Bro, we don't even speak. Block me on the gram, I ain't even peep. All I ever had was a bunch of love. Pop anybody trying to fuck with cuz. It is what it is, was what it was. Truth really is, we don't give a
Rose
fuck.
gold Rushi rims on my Chevy, the pipe wet. Bought a studio with my sound exchange. I'm a movie hoe, you can find me on the set. Slopping dominoes, shooting dice, talking shit. Excruciating throb in the trunk of the mob. Mama used to tell me to get me a job. I used to tell my mama, don't you worry, Saha. One day my pocket's gonna be as fat as the block.
Yeah, wake shit up. Ay, on my mama I can't make shit up. Ay, if I ain't a real boy, what you call it? I don't think you want no problems. Wake shit up. Ay, on my mama I can't make shit up. Ay, if I ain't a real boy, what you call it?
Yo, mic check.
No problems.
Yo, mic check. Yo. Yo, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2.
You got that Black Thought, Nice Wonder? Yo, gotta just drop the joint. Try that. Oh man, I thought you were gonna cut an ad. I was up at midnight. Over here. Yeah, man. So how long you been? I see upstairs. Yeah, we did the last song. Oh, so you did. All right, yeah. See what's up to your uncle?
wrote my way everything down far as I could see. I wrote my way out.
They said I wouldn't amount to nothing. Now I hold the head of he who could give the crown concussion. My new vices, stay off my old vices. Even though my new life is gonna cost me my old life, I wrote my way out of it.
So you got some other shit. You're supposed to buy 2 of those. So I can
My
take
freedom
one home,
sitting on the
man.
other side of that cell though. The other side of the track where I'm from, like railroad. My daddy slapped this my mama in front of me. Couldn't do shit about it at that time. I was young and weak. All I could do was write 100 rhymes to 100 beats about what I plan to do in spite of what was done to me. I wrote my way out of the pole house, accomplished my goals somehow. I never sold out. I'm a product of Motown, and now I'm in the public eye. So if you ever see me solve a problem before, just know before I solve the problem that the problem got wrote down.
I wrote my way out everything down far as I could see. I wrote my way out.
Back to the store to get some bare essentials. Government cheese, a half a gallon milk, and a pair of pencils. I write my life inside this journal, hope they hear my info. And if you think this is dope, then you should hear my intro. Yeah, I used to argue with my teachers and go back and forth. Told them one day I'll be famous and be back for more. Maybe blow all of my bread to make it back on tour. And smash all the riches that I never had before. I ain't had no paper, I was plotting on them racks on racks. Sneaking in your crib with the black on black. Just rumbling through your shit like let me have all that. Cause I was lost, now I'm back on track. Look, I ain't never been and that's just me being real. I gotta call it how I see it, that's just me being trill. And I ain't tryna take advice, just take it easy and chill. But if I gotta pay the price, can you leave me the bill? Join her.
I wrote my way everything down far as I could see. Picked up a pen and I wrote my way
Words on the page, symbols on the surface, graffiti on the wall where my ancestors were purchased. I contemplate when the day I'm due to inherit the earth is. I'm a subversive nation awaiting the birth of his own, where shots get thrown, the spots get blown, and the convicts grown on the streets of a conflict zone. It's not his home. Adrenaline, testosterone, and pride keep the throne speaking in a toxic tone. I feel like I wrote my way up out of a burning building to earn the millions in this world of soldiers and civilians. I burn the oil every night as I return to brilliance. Under the gun, I'm under pressure, under surveillance, but I'm spinning the bigger picture, sending the benediction. Some people write and live what I'm penning is little richer. Paper begins to rip while I'm illustrating the difference in a fake out and a way to break out. I Shawshank the great escape route. Yeah.
I wrote my way out. Oh, I was born in the eye of the storm. No loving arms to keep me warm. This hurricane in my brain is the burden I bear. I can do without, I'm here.
I know heaven is a mind state. I've been a couple times stuck in my ways, so I keep on falling down. Keep on falling down. Keep on falling down. I know heaven is a mind state. I've been a couple times stuck in my ways, so I keep on falling down. I keep on falling down. Yeah. Give me drink, give me smoke, give me hot, give me flow. I'm a cloud, coming down, put me down, gentle now. Give me drink, give me dope. Bottom line, I can't go. If I die, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. Give me drink, give me smoke, give me hot, give me flow. I'm a cloud, coming down, put me down, gentle now. Give me drink, give me dope. Bottom line, I can't go. If I die, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know.
Yeah, I got some niggas that still owe me an apology. I'ma be the bigger man just like I always be. Eventually, but right now that's hard for me. I'm dreaming violent, I can't tolerate disloyalty. So I'ma see you when I see you, know that day coming. I pray that on that day you slip and say something. I never fantasize about murder cause I'm still sane. But I can't seem to fight this urge to make you feel pain. I know that vengeance is the Lord's and it's not for me. I know the punishment for you is that you not with me. You place your value on the bitches that you got with me. And now them bitches ask you daily why you not with me. I had to cut some people off cause they was using me. My heart is big, I wanna give too much and usually I send the bread and don't hit back for like 2 months now. You hit my phone, you need a loan, oh I'm a crutch now. I had to learn, I never had shit. You never would split. You was hood rich. I couldn't get $1 from you, I remember that. It was blurry for a while, but now it's coming back, coming back.
Time will tell who is on my side. Time will tell just who is on my side. gentle now. Give me drink, give me dope. Bottom line, I can't go. If I die, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Give me drink, give me smoke, give me high, let me float. I'm a club, coming down, put me down. Gentle now. Give me drink, give me dope. Bottom line, I can't go. If I die, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Keep on falling down. Keep on.
This should be played at high volume.
But I need you to put the cheese strategically placed. The cheese in the freezer for about 8 minutes.
No, all I'm telling you.
To influence its lactose ability.
I'll say, I don't know what this in the microwave for. He'll say, put it in there for 17 minutes.
Oh man. We ready to go. We ready to go whenever you want. Yeah. How's it sound? Sound good? Testing 1 2.
Testing 1 2.
Testing 1 2.
Good on my end.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We good to go. Live from the ranch. No doubt. Saturday afternoon. Yeah, till 1:30. Yeah. We live now. Y'all want to jump? Let's jump. You got my intro. I thought y'all was working on the theme music. You didn't get that yet? No. It's coming. Sports Talk Live, WZTO, live from the ranch, 0 time off.
Yes, sir.
We're in the building this Saturday afternoon. We're going to talk a little sports down here, how we do. With little adult libations here with my peoples. My peoples in here go way back. Got Cashmere Goins.
Yes, sir.
Go Cash on stage. I always got to go for it. You know, man. Always, man. Always. Cash Goins. I got Duke Ronald Evans here, my brother-in-law family in the building.
I'm here.
Black and Gold Nation.
Oh, yeah.
Defending world champs to the right. Eagle Nation, Cash 4 for 4.
Absolutely.
In the building. You can see what I represent up there, but I'm down all around. But, yeah, definitely. We're here this afternoon. We're going to get it in. Let's hit it off. NBA Finals. World, I've seen things given away from free cheese in my lifetime, bubble gum, all kind of stuff.
Couldn't be me.
But interesting Thursday night, epic game. I like the game from the performance of the two teams, the underdog. It's what sports is about. You know, that's when everybody's playing the game. You know, everybody's like, oh, this is going to be a row. Why are they even showing up? They might as well lay down. I mean, this if they keep it within 15, we can get out here in 4 games, get on with the draft. But you play the games. And players and athletes, they have an edge to them. Like, you know,
Right.
they're going to compete.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
right.
whatever.
Yeah.
And I think the easiest thing to do is not easy, but when you are such an underdog, you're just out there free. You know, roaming free and doing what you need to do and playing. And, you know, you don't have that pressure. The pressure's on Golden State. They're trying to repeat 3 and 4 years. Tremendous team, one of the best teams put together. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
LeBron goes for 51. Curry was balling. An interesting concept with the team is the makeup of Golden State. And the way I look at it, everybody kind of plays their role. Clay is... They just got 9 on us. Let me get the party started. Like, we down. He'll hit a 3. They're struggling. They'll come down with 3 or 4 empty trips. And then Clay will hit a 3. And they're like, let's get it started. And Curry goes. And, you know,
These are facts.
Kevin Durant is the closer. They're up by 5 in the 4th. He goes to work and puts it in. Draymond, what every team needs, is that D head, that A. You know what I mean? He's that guy to get underneath people's skin, to get them out of sorts, antagonists. Because the thing I think about, and I'll let you guys comment on, when you're playing in the championship game, the adrenaline's flowing. You already are up or high. You're going to be more exhausted because of the anxiety.
Oh, absolutely.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But if you take wasted energy on Draymond, you're not guarding these other cats. You need to be
exactly.
You're getting upset at Draymond. Now you can't.
Exactly.
Who's the Arenas for the Houston?
Gilbert Arenas.
Or Ariza. What was his Ariza?
Ariza.
Yeah, Ariza. Yeah, he was 0 for 12. Running around trying to catch these cats. You know, trying to chase these cats. So now you get into the point like you expand all this energy messing with Draymond, and you're exhausted. You can't follow these cats. So I'll start with you. Duke, what would you take on the game Thursday night?
Well, I mean, look, like you said, we and myself too. I'm looking like it's not going to be good for Cleveland.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Golden State. The whole dynamic of their team is, you know, it's not about so much, you know, them. It's what are you going to do to stop what they got? Because I mean, look at it. I mean, you got guys, KD, Curry, Clay. We know what that's about. Like, it's like good luck trying to stop. I mean, these guys shoot from 25 feet out.
Yeah, you got to cover. Yeah.
I mean, and then they are basketball players. You know what I'm saying? And then I think one thing is they are so unselfish. You know, it's not like, okay, well, I'm the guy who's gonna get 30 tonight. They don't know who's gonna be hot.
Yeah.
And they make the right passes. They, you know, if you're open, you get hot. It's whatever. I mean, it's a thing of beauty. So, you know, but you got on the other side, arguably the best player to ever lace him up. You know, our discussions are there. And, he came out with something different. He changed the way that people were
He did look like he was serious.
Oh, yeah.
He did look like he was serious.
There was nothing else for him to do in the game to me from first to fourth. Now, granted, he probably can take, you know, he broke the game down. He would probably change some things, but in terms of putting the effort in, it was nothing else that he could do. I mean, 51.
Yeah.
So I mean, but you know, like even bigger than that is I mean, he scored 124 points. I mean, he could have scored 60. Like, you gotta stop these guys, and who's gonna stop somebody from scoring 124?
Yeah, that's the whole.
You gotta be built differently to be able to
Houston
stop
gave him a lot of trouble with the switching. Paul went down, but they gave him a lot. But it was interesting with the Houston, and I was watching that game and the way they played, and I just think that they run 7 guys for too long.
Yeah.
I mean, I gave the edge to Kerr. He stole minutes with players. You got to play.
Some people forget one of the second best player didn't play.
Yeah,
it would have changed something. It definitely would have changed. I don't now.
Iggy didn't play too.
We have one. We don't know, but the game would have been slightly different.
I think it's the wear and tear of the finals. I think what happens is last year they kind of went through and then they didn't have really anniversary. Leonard went down. I think they were down one. And Leonard went down. But I think it's just the build up and build up and build up. We're old enough to realize when the Sixers and Celtics used to bang each other's head. The Milwaukee Bucks was tough, and the Lakers was out there showtime.
Right.
Like
The
Magic
road.
and them would get to the finals. They
Right.
would,
Right. Back then, man, the road you had to take to get to the finals was rough.
Yeah.
Like it was a rough road from round one all the way to the end, man. These guys.
Yeah, they have a lot of teams now. They have a lot of teams now. There's a lot of early round games with revenue, TV revenue. Driven games. We need to get television, and we need to have this 1 versus 8.
Right.
The chances of them winning are slim.
Right.
But there's 3 more games possibly that we can air
absolutely.
commercial time.
Absolutely.
So I mean, that's exactly where that's coming from a competitive
No,
standpoint.
the other thing about that Houston series, Steph wasn't Steph till the last 2 games.
Yeah.
And that's when they started erupting in third quarter.
Yeah.
So, you had an opportunity, Houston, to catch them. I mean, not at full strength. If Steph ain't being Steph, that's not the same team.
Right, absolutely.
And Steph is the key. I don't think people. I think he got MVP. I mean, but I don't think people appreciate what Steph brings to the
They
table.
think he's just a shooter.
Yeah, and he's not
a
just a
one-trick
shooter.
pony.
He's not a one trick, but he can drive. He can penetrate.
That's
ball
what you're seeing
smarts.
now.
Ball smarts. I mean, he puts pressure on you. Up fake, goes to the hole.
Very
and the
underrated
one
passer
and
also.
the one thing about and you look at the way they prepare, the way they scout. Golden State does a great job scouting. When they defend, it doesn't seem like they're up on a non-shooter.
Oh,
like
right,
if somebody gets the ball near the three-point line, you kind of see them not shredding it. You're going to have to make an adjustment.
Right.
You're going I need to bring a shooter in because they know such and such player doesn't shoot. The lane is still still clogged for LeBron.
Right.
Houston, on the other hand, if you look at the way the ball they weren't doing that, and Cleveland wasn't doing it. Cleveland was up on shooters that was open up lanes for driving. You don't need to be out on him, like he can't shoot, whatever. Yeah. And one of the key moments, I think, if you look back at the Houston series, when Clay had 3 fouls, and Houston's offense put one guy in the corner, number 4, and they just put Clay in the corner. I'm at home saying, why isn't he going to set a screen and roll to get him one-on-one on Harden? He has 3 fouls.
Absolutely.
The number one thing is you're supposed to go get him, one-on-one with Harden. Now, Brad Stevens would have done that.
Oh, yeah,
Brad Stevens would have been
every play down the court.
Yeah. Brad Stevens would have been like, oh, no, he has 3 fouls. They're going to leave him out here. We're going to screen and roll to get him on my best score.
Yeah.
And then just me, I was like, what is Dan Antonio doing? Like, but the players on the court should.
Yeah.
One time they screen and switch and got him, and then they screen and switch back to put Harden back on Steph. I was like, well, Clay has 3 fouls. I was like, I was watching the game.
They figured he could score on Steph. That's why. Like Cleveland, they were very committed to that down the stretch.
Yeah.
Right. They switched until they got Steph on LeBron every play.
That's what you have to do. I mean, like, you have to be able to take the game and be able to and that's good coaching. I want to talk about coaching.
I was going to add that. I mean, in these playoffs, and it doesn't matter the sport, we find out about X's and O's.
Absolutely.
This is the cream that rises. We get to see what coaches can coach, what players can execute, and that's what it comes down to. That's why these playoffs are special. We see bonehead plays all year.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Playoffs.
Playoffs. I mean, the pressure brings out. You have to focus. Everything's on the line. You want to win the competitive spirit. What's going to happen. You're down. The other team is rallying. How can you get yourself together? Refocus. And what adjustments can you make?
Yeah.
You have to be able to make adjustments. In-game adjustments on what's going on. Whatever blueprint you put out there, you have to be able to change.
That's the experience factor right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's what hurt Boston. I think you had mentioned before.
Absolutely.
I've never been in this water before.
Yeah.
We going off the high diving board today.
I mean, when you're talking about young guys, if you don't have the years and the reps and the experience, I got one day in between games.
Yeah.
The young guys, you put a plan in. Yeah. You practice 3 nights.
Yeah.
Right. We might have 2 games before we implement it.
Yeah.
We done practiced 5 times. It's like, all right, now let's implement it 3 games later.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, it's like, we got to make all these changes tomorrow.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you're a young dude and you ain't been around,
Yeah.
you could be game, you could be heady, but then then the temperature rises.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, 20,000 people screaming. The best guy on in the league is on the other side. Like, it's a lot, and that's
he's
why
putting in work.
In the NBA, more than any other sport, that experience factor is gigantic, man.
Those guys
are
have
so
been down the road.
quick.
Yeah,
it's a series.
Yeah.
You know, you got to beat the same team 4 times.
Yeah, the same cat. Like, you know, I took it to this guy's going left all day. Like, will somebody get on this left hand side?
You
like,
remember you got a team full of old heads on the schoolyard?
Yeah.
You get 2 wins in?
Yeah.
You was going to win all day. You had to finally get tired after like 13 wins. The chemistry comes too quick.
Yeah, that's why some of the young guys in the league, that's why they struggle in playoffs, because now it's like, okay, we play Tuesday, I don't have to see you again Wednesday, Thursday. I might see you in 2 weeks again.
Right. I'm making work on something.
But now it's like, okay, he doesn't do this well.
Yep.
I'm going to attack his weakness, and I got another day to attack his weakness. And I got another day to attack his weakness. You know,
and the thing about it was,
and it's up to him to try to figure out how to counter it.
Let's figure it out.
I've been doing this my whole life. I'm 20. I ain't used to no 33-year-old dude trying to make me go left all of a sudden. I can usually get by that with speed.
And Kenny the Jet Smith said that to win, you have to get uncomfortable.
Yeah.
He said the whole thing. He said you got to do things that you're uncomfortable with if you're going to win. You're going to have to change some things up. You're going to have to make some moves. You're going to have to change your game or your philosophy or modify. You don't go totally away from what you are, but you're going to have to modify what you're doing to beat some teams because they're going to make adjustments.
Players as well as coaches.
And it seems like that's been one of the big things. If you look at Popovich, if you look at Brad Stevens, you look at the coaches throughout the years that have had a lot of success with players, with their players being able to know, to move, and make adjustments. Quick thing, let's jump into the call. I don't know if it's going to be the Tuck rule. I don't know where they're going to go with it. Either way, interesting part, because replay is used for definitive answers. His foot's on the line, the ball touched the ground, he's out of bounds. Replay usually isn't used for, it's hard for a judgment call, because it's a judgment call. I mean, and that was the first time I've ever seen him go. I didn't know the rule, I'm going to be honest. I didn't rule. I thought it was, if you in the lane or whatever, but once you go to look in the lane, you can look in the other thing. So they reversed it, they changed it. To me, it was like, I'm old school. You made the call, you made the charge. Just go with it. If it was a block, I could say it was a block. Right. But whatever you go with it, just go with it. Because now it opens up. People are going to be wondering, well, it's under 2 minutes. Are they going to look and see what this is? Was this or not? Why they didn't change it? Whatever. And then you hear this conspiracy theory. Well, you know they open up these books all over the country. You know they start to do the game. June 5th, Delaware. June 5th, Delaware. We'll talk about it a little bit later. You a full book. You can bet on games, game, full book. Put the odds down.
It's coming.
What's the odds on the birds?
I forgot what it is. It changes. Yeah.
I want to know who put the odds on Vegas, the hockey team. It's 570 to 1 right now.
Absolutely.
But yeah. So what do you think?
So it's two different conversations, of course. One is, you can debate what it was.
Well, it's what it was.
But
it can go either way.
This is my thing. I keep hearing the words overturned and reversed.
Yeah.
When I look at it, I saw the one referee at half court call block, and I saw the guy in front of Cleveland's bench wait until everybody screams and call charge. They never agreed that it was a charge. Yeah. They never agreed, and yet everybody's still saying overturned. So after the ref at half court called block, they went to the table. He never got to this point where he agreed, like where they come together. And the one guy gives up his call, and it's like, all right, it's a charge. They didn't do that. They instantly went to the table. So when they go to the table, they got two things they're looking at. One, they're looking at whether he was in the restricted zone.
Yeah, but they were saying they went to the restricted line. They had what they wanted to do, and they said, well, we need to take a look at it. Well, how can we take a look at it? Well, let's see if he's in the restricted line.
Right.
And when people were saying, well, he was clearly out of the restricted line. But I think they did that.
They used that to be able to review. So that they can get on in a consensus. So it was, I don't know why people keep saying reverse and overturn. It wasn't a reversal. It was never ironclad. Okay, this is a charge, but we're gonna look.
Right.
So
I think from the broadcast,
Yeah.
the aspect
Yeah.
of it, they were like, "Oh, it's a charge." It's
yeah,
just-
well, you can see
they
he
picked up what's it called.
yeah.
Ron had like he got shot in the stomach, and then they picked him up, and then
Yeah.
everybody thought it was like a charge.
Now,
Okay.
That being said, yeah, Pandora's box like
Yeah.
crazy. Like you can't review everything at the end. Of it. You can't. You can't.
But the only thing is it's like you got to come with the judgment. You can review something. You can have an answer. You can say, was the light on before the ball left his hand?
Right,
Was
right.
he out of bounds?
Yeah, that
You can
kind of
say-
thing, right.
Because Steve Javy says one thing, this
Yeah.
guy
Oh,
says
yeah.
anything, so you
start
go back-
reviewing whether something was a
charge or carry or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, yours isn't reviewable in NFL because it's a judgment, whether you're passing interference or whatever.
Right.
So you're going to have to. It's going to be interesting to see how the playoffs take on and what they do with that rule. Whether you can say, "Hey, we're going to take a look at judgment calls," and that's going to be an interesting piece because at the end of games, a lot of people are going to be like, "Well, this kills the whole."
Oh, it does. It does.
The whole,
How long did it take?
The whole drama.
the whole
Study
drama.
that, you know.
It just kills it. Like, you make a call, live or die. With
Oh, yeah,
it.
absolutely.
You make a call, live or die with it, and you go on, and that's how you move
We
forward.
can't forget too. I mean, it's tough being a ref.
Yeah,
It's
right.
tough.
I mean, definitely. So we're about to take a break, our first break. We're going to come back. We'll talk a little bit about the finals of the series, how you guys think it's going to play out. But also want to talk about the 76ers.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of stuff going on with these 76ers right now. Ben got a Kardashian in there. He too close.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he's Jenner. He's Markel Fultz is the Jason something like that. He's close.
Can't forget these guys are like.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, so we got a lot to talk. We're gonna jump in because it's a story that really hits to human nature and how we handle that going forth. We'll be back. Sports Talk at the Ranch, WZTO, Zero Time Off Radio. Me with Cash and Duke here at the Ranch. Back.
Got me hot. Got me hot. Hey, well that's exactly what it came for. You throwing shots from afar. I'ma meet you at your front door. So hard to be doing what you really meant for. You did. But don't I make it look easy? Don't I make it look good? Hey, now you drank up all my liquor. Come on, what I'm supposed to do now? Supposed to do you talking all that shit? Now come on, you gon' have to back it up. If I get too high now, sugar, come on, I might never come down. I might never come down. Let me get down. Hey, you might not ever come down. Let me get down. Hey, you might not ever come down. Wanna get down. You might never, ever come down. It took too long to get this high off the ground. Don't run, just stay around. Come on, can't beat it, can't beat it, can't beat it, can't beat it with the big bad dough. Can't see it with this pitch black Gucci rings on. Let me take your off, let me get the full scope. Hold up, full screen HD. Let me take another picture, let me pull it to the pre-show. Whoa, cool beans, that's a whole lot of reefer. Let me help you with the pre-roll. You drank up all my liquor. Come on, what I'm supposed to do now? Supposed to do you talking all that shit? Now come on, you gon' have to back it up. If I get too high now, sugar, come on, I might never come down. I might never come down. Let me get down. Hey, you might not ever come down. Wanna get down. Hey, you might not ever come down. Let me get down. You might never, ever come down. It took too long to get this high off the ground. Don't run, just stay around. You might never, ever come down. It took too long to get this high off the ground. Don't run, just stay around.
Okay, well take that. Maybe fat. The bit the trick if you could pay that. A small village, you could say that. But you rather take your bankroll to Rodeo, let her rate that. No, tell them hell no. Middle finger, the COINTELPRO pro. Sticking to the real like it's Velcro. What other country can you sell blow? And for less than a kilogram, you get an elbow. I'm getting high, never come down. Round up your island and run it down. Soon as it dries, I'ma run to town. I fantasize shooting Trump down. A shot for every black man who got gunned down. By the police with no conviction, still they run round. When we protest, they tell us pipe down. For Trayvon and Mike Brown. CNN wanna make it black white, cause we hit their action with a black light. Make no sucker act right.
Stu?
Testing.
WZTO. Back in the building at the ranch. Cash going. Yes, sir. Dude. In the building. Sunday afternoons. How we doing it? Talking a little sports.
Saturday.
Here at the ranch. We're wrapping up with the NBA Finals. What's your guys' outlook? Sweep? Or they get one in Cleveland?
I think LeBron wins in 2.
Wins in 2?
Yeah.
Wins in 2. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Very sweep. Yeah, very sweep. Oh. Did get one. I don't know. This team. I don't. We'll get. Yeah, we'll get into the J.R. Smith thing at the end of the show. I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna save that. We'll play. We all made blunders. We're all human. You know, we're all human out here. I mean, we definitely are all human. But we'll get to that. So definitely, I think maybe they'll get one, maybe two. But I'm really impressed with with Golden State. Tested. Looks the battle tested. Just thought, you know, the way they played, the way they held up. Tougher, skill-wise, more skilled players now.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day, the game was tougher.
Yeah.
Back in the day, they would have probably ran Steph through a few picks and screens, roll, you know, thumping nasty bad boys like that. Guys are more skilled these days. You know, it's hard. You know, but it was hard nosed back then. I want to jump into the other big story in the NBA. Brian Colangelo. And the curious case of the burner Twitter accounts, which website, which is run by Bill Simmons, former ESPN and big-time Celtics fan, by the way, had some information that was leaked to them, they say, from a source in the Sixers, that Brian Colangelo, the Sixers general manager, who replaced Hinkie, had fake Twitter accounts, which he was giving up information about the Sixers organization, criticizing players, some medical information that might have slipped out, but also pumping him up. And it's been going on for a couple years. They had knowledge of 5 accounts. They come to the Sixers with 2 accounts, knowing they have knowledge of all 5.
That's slick.
Yeah, I mean, that's investigative report. I mean, that's you know, that's like I come with all 5. Look who's all these cats. But these cats, you know, somebody, the guy that was doing the investigation is a thorough veteran, seasoned.
Oh, absolutely.
Cat, like back from like the paper,
which
like
holds weight.
Which you know, like he working for the Bulletin back in the day. For all those remember, like that type of cat, like you know. So he had 5 accounts, but he only showed his cards with 2. Yeah, I got these 2 accounts. You know that it looks like there's suspicion that you've been running. Like, so Colangelo owned up to 1. I don't know the other one, but mysteriously after he came to the Sixers with those 2 accounts, the other 3 accounts in question immediately went dormant on lock as well.
Got private.
The talk now is. From investigating and reports and leaks that the numbers have been, you know, Cats is slick in this internet, man. I always heard to talk with Charles from Chester Panthers. We all talk about social media. Cats went in to try to reset the password to see if the phone number they tell you to hit is the same on all, and it was. And it ended at 91. They said, well, we know this is all coming from the same source, the same phone, whatever. So, like it was his wife's phone. That's the information allegedly. And let me say everything allegedly. But it came from her source. The Sixers have not made a move. The Sixers have they just said there's an investigation. There's nothing that's been done. But first, let's talk about let's go and say this is true. And like he knew about it. Like he used his wife's phone. He tried to phone him off a little bit. I don't know, he didn't go out and get a real burner phone. Get some burner phones and burner accounts. Yeah. Like but he was halfway crook. He got crook. Yeah. So. Let's say this is true. You were working in one of 32 positions, general manager for the Sixers. You were general manager of Toronto, got loose. You had some success at Phoenix. What pushes a person? Is it insecurity that pushes a person that to this way. You know, you give me that job, I work my way up or whatever. I mean, he's probably hearing the whispers. You just got the other job because your dad or whatever. I've been in an environment where I worked for my father. What do you think? Is it insecurity that pushes people to do things like this? That I need somebody, hey, I'm doing a good job, whatever, and it's not about hinky, that point. Is that what it is?
So he's broken. There's something broke with him. You're born on third base, and in your mind, you hit a triple to get there.
Exactly.
You ain't never worked for nothing, so you're naturally insecure.
Okay.
This is the worst part of the story. Nobody's focusing on this. So, one, he probably leaked the story about his wife. Hey, try to reset it. You'll see the number that comes up.
Yeah.
It's not mine. But two, as a man, if that comes to your wife, that's your time to say, hey, I resign. Let's shut this down.
Yeah.
You don't let the media go on this speculation and start looking into your wife.
Right. Yeah.
She ain't tied to the NBA. How do you allow that?
Yeah.
So even if you didn't plant the idea, which I think he did, that, hey, this was my wife, really.
Yeah.
If you didn't plant that, how do you not shut it down? Listen,
Right.
what do I need to do?
Yeah.
I don't want her going
involved.
under the.
Yeah.
She's a part of a scandal now. Your wife.
Right. Yeah.
So your character is so messed up that I can't even begin to rationalize this notion.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't
that,
think about
that you're
that.
not culpable. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, how do you? She's in the spotlight.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the path you chose. You don't allow the wolves to go and get her. Right. You take those bullets.
Yeah.
Raise your hand. Listen, I still maintain I don't have anything to do with this. My family doesn't have anything to do with this. But for the benefit of the team, I want what we worked so hard to build here to survive.
Yeah.
And this is a sideshow, so I'm going to humbly bow out.
Yeah.
That's it.
And it's not like you don't have the backing. Your dad's big in you.
Exactly.
Basketball.
You
You're
get
going
a
to get a job.
job.
You're going to get a job. Like, you're not going to go, like, you're not an individual who knew no one, who just worked his way up.
Yeah.
He played, some ball for a little bit, and then now he worked his way through. Has no connections, no cachet. I mean, your father's big in American basketball. You're going to be, unless his dad was like, the heck with you, like, you're
Tell him to lay low for 5 years.
Yeah.
The Sixers are going to give you 2 years of pay.
Right. Yeah. And
For me, it's like, okay, you have this executive position, and I mean, we talking social media, 5 accounts, like what? I don't even have 5 accounts. And
This the work 5 account. This is an effort. I mean, I'm in IT. I'm just trying to remember the passwords, and I'm in IT. And I get on people like, I got a couple, Google accounts for one for work, one for home, my personal. Trying to remember the password, whatever. So it's.
I'm looking at why somebody, because let's be real, if you are a person of certain stature, you probably don't even need social media. Like,
true,
depending on his, like he's involved in like operations for the Sixers. Like, how is social media even benefiting him?
Yeah,
So
he said he had an account to monitor what was going on. I just wanted
That's
to.
the stupidest thing in the world.
He said, I just want to see what's happening. But you got guys that make
Monitor who?
$35,000 a year to see what's going on.
Who are you monitoring?
Like who? Like with the you report.
Twitter is public.
Well, and Twitter's going to tweet, and you follow tweets.
You can monitor Twitter through Google.
Yeah.
You don't even have to go into the app.
And last I checked, that social media is so large. I mean, you don't have to monitor anybody's stuff. You hear about it.
Right.
Now you want to search things.
I wanted to be right on the cusp of the edge of what's going on.
So that speaks to needing to be in people's inboxes.
Yeah.
I need to DM people, put something out there and see what they say back.
Yeah.
So
When somebody makes a negative
what else
comment.
is monitoring?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like you're what's the saying? Lions don't value the opinion of sheep. They just they just really don't. Like but he was in a place where I think him being insecure.
Absolutely.
Everybody's like, well, this is really Hinky's job. Whatever. This is Hinky's job. Whatever. But so you and when you come in, you have to hire the right. You have to know that going in. You got to know Hinky is a savior. Like your father hired you. The NBA came in. You got to understand what the perception is going to be going in.
Right.
You know that going in. So there's no surprise when people are like, come on, man, you're not doing what you're doing. Right? And then, but it happened for 2 years. Now, the Tatum factor in all this, Tatum looking like a young Kobe for the Celtics after you traded up and let the Celtics get Tatum plus pick, plus that. Now you're looking like
you got your goose cooked.
You got your goose cooked, so you don't have the backing of the city. The backing of the city's like, get this cat out of here. Like, they're like, they don't know what's up with Fultz. They don't know what's going on. They're like,
One of those cities.
Right. Right.
Right. We're going to push you out of here. Right. If the push doesn't work, then you're going to eat it from the nearest restaurant.
right.
And that's why Hinkie, you have to respect it. He survived and became beloved doing the most unpopular thing in sports.
We taking it
Philly.
yeah.
You know, if you
on purpose.
gain respect doing that in Philly, come on,
listen,
man.
into the means. Look, this is what you're trying to do. This is the only way you get better in the NBA.
By being straight up.
Terrible.
This cat
and we don't want to be bad in the NBA, and our number 2 pick is just an average Joe. This year, we were bad this year. The number 2 pick is not a generational player. We still got to be bad. That wasn't a generational pick. He got hurt. We're going to put him on the shelf, and then, now we got a generational player. Now we can move forward. Right. And it wasn't like Kennedy was super bad. He brought in 2 veterans to help us win 50 games, to help, J.J. Redick, and then we pay for him. But all that work to get us to a point where we are now, I think would really hurt him in the eyes is really the way Tatum played. And Fultz not playing. Yeah. And that's really what the people, with this information coming out, and that's why the public is like, let him go. Well, first of all, what have you done for me lately?
And if he didn't fumble up to this point, he's out there exposing faults and he's got head case. If he didn't do all of that, then it wouldn't even be so bad.
Yeah.
Like, let's have a better plan for how we're going to handle his struggle.
Yeah.
If it means just going ahead and biting the bullet like Hinkie would have did and shut him down for the year, then just do that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes the right pick.
Yeah.
This wasn't the right pick.
And the book is still out because you relieved that book was shoved out. I had a talk with Nelson of the Eagles, Nelson Aguilar, and I talked to him about what happened, with him struggling early and coming in. He said one of the things that, first of all, I got in great shape. I reached out to Curtis Conway, who was from USC, came east to Chicago, had done it before, professional. And he said, I just got in the best shape of my life, and that was number one thing, being on time as a receiver, and the relationship we had with the teammates. He said not only his relationship, had a friend that got up and worked out with him, and also his relationship with Carson and all the players in the Eagles, and Jeffries, all those guys that really helped him out, can play. So he may can come along. I don't like when you say after the first year, whatever. But you still don't know what the door is still open on. Folks.
There's an argument for it not being the right pick only because of styles. Yeah. Here's a guy who needs the rock in his hand. You're picking him for what you project you can turn him into.
Yeah.
And after you trade up to 1, you don't really do that.
Yeah.
You take a guy for what they do.
Yeah.
So that, but the reason Tatum wasn't even on our radar.
Yeah.
I mean, this is all.
Yeah, it's all 2020.
hindsight.
Yeah, it's all
Tatum was
you don't know.
He was tracked like 4th or 5th.
Right.
This was about the other guy,
Alonzo Ball.
Well, it wasn't even really about Lonzo for us. It was Fox, Malik Monk, and the other 6'7".
For the Lakers.
No, I'm forgetting his name.
Yeah, I understand.
The other swing player.
Okay.
Yeah, so Tatum wasn't really in the argument for us. Boston saw something in him.
Yeah.
We weren't even talking about Tatum.
But it's listen, when you're picking these guys, they gambles.
Josh.
Let's be real. When it's time to pick, they're all gambles.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Absolutely. Now, like we said, I've seen something in folks. I saw a couple games.
Absolutely. It's there. It's there.
But like we said, the handling of certain situations, you just gotta, certain organizations will tell you, I'm not going to rush this guy back. I'm going to shut him down and get him right. And Sixers didn't do that.
Right. Well, once you started playing him, Like that.
Right.
Well, and you don't know what he was doing. Like, like you're going to have your shortcomings. You're going to have bad games. Yeah. It was like he had a bad game. It didn't look like he was and they just, all right.
Well, when he got into that Miami series, he did look like a fish out of water.
Yeah.
I think they might have been like minus 16 in like in 6 minutes.
Yeah.
But so I get it.
Yeah.
But
you couldn't sneak him in for 2 minutes into the quarter, like.
But we can't forget, right? 2 years ago, these guys are in high school.
Yeah.
They, like think about they have nobody, right, other than a professional athlete has been in that situation. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we talking about just getting licensed, like like you really know nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
So you
pay
go
rent,
from
And you got idle time.
now you go from playing 1 year in college, which
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
you just traveling.
Yep.
Now you're 80 games, like that's
Around
just
grown
all
men.
you do.
Around grown men. Like you have like not your peer group.
Intense media.
Yeah.
Not just the state you in, but the country. You know what I mean? All the time.
You have to figure it out, and you have to figure it out quick.
Yeah.
You don't know, okay, I'm going to wait.
Yeah.
The pros is now. So I think that we, as viewers, once you put the pro jersey on, we're like, oh, that's a grown man.
Yeah.
Like they're 30 years old. Right, man. Guys are
Man, it's not. You're gonna be patient. I said it's time. Like you got to keep your options open and I just wait. I was like,
he's gonna be good.
He's gonna be good. He's gonna be good. I think the people just saw what Tatum was and playing for the Celtics.
had that guy.
Tatum had almost 100 games to get like
Yeah,
that.
definitely. And he had
fact
veteran
that-
players with him. He had Kyrie Irving on the team.
Yeah,
like,
that takes a lot of pressure off
him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not only right, Kyrie went down and Hayward went down.
Yeah.
So I don't have a choice but to get
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
like you can't get these minutes in the local gymnasium.
No, you can't. Get them on the court.
They're value minutes, playing time. Yeah.
You and I gonna get better right now.
Absolutely. Right now.
Okay.
After 80-something games.
Yeah, definitely.
And you got them vets on the court with you
Yeah.
and on the bench. That's a lot of pressure being taken off.
Yeah.
Here,
where to go? No, don't go there after.
I'm gonna look at Ben with his second year and Joe. I mean, with his first year, and Joe with his 31 games.
Yeah.
I can't lean on y'all. We all the same boat.
Yeah, exactly, JJ. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll come back with our third segment, WZTO Sports Talk Live for the Ranch. We'll be back. We're gonna get into all-time blunders. This is one thing we will get to. We'll get to mistakes.
I got a couple of those.
Mistakes that you can come back from. We all make mistakes. We'll be back. 0 time off. WZTO live from the ranch. Peace. Be back in a few.
breakdown.
Care for me, I know you care for me, there for me. Said you'll be there for me, cry for me. You said you died for me, give to me, give to me. Why won't you live for me, care for me, I know you care for me, there for me. Said you'll be there for me, cry for me. You said you died for me, give to me, give to me. Why won't you live for me, care for me, I know you care for me, there for me. Said you'll be there for me, cry for me. You said you died for me, give to me, give to me. Why won't you live for me, care for me, I know you care for me, there for me. Said you'll be there for me, cry for me. You said you died for me, give to me, give to me. Why won't you live for me, care for me, I know you care for me, there.
My boy got burnt. Middle linebacker?
Yeah, we were double teaming. We're double teaming this cat from Chester. Had a full ride to Arizona State for track. He was gonna play football for him too. Triple jump. WZTO back at the ranch. Cash Goins,
yes, sir.
Duke Ronald Evans here talking sports. Zero time off live on Facebook, also on YouTube. You can catch the show. Also, we'll replay it. Zero time off WZTO. I want to get into when we left. We were talking about Colangelo and just, mental weakness, insecurity. Thursday night at the foul line. Now, Cash, you played for Southern. Mm-hmm. You played basketball. Mm-hmm. I've always played football, and it's different. You huddle up, you score. The score doesn't really change that much. You kind of know where you are in the game playing football. At the end of the game, somebody's going to the free throw line. Usually the things you check, probably in that day, is it 1-1, bonus, timeouts, make or miss what we're going to do off the timeout, for the officer to let it play. Knowing the score, where does that, like in a huddle? You play tough games in the city. Knowing the score in the final moment,
Forget the huddle, right? From time we was all about 5. We either learned how to take a wire hanger, make it round, and put it in the closet door, or a clothes hamper, or the local milk crate on the corner, and we all knew how to go 3, 2, 1. It's that simple. That's the moment you dream of. I'm on, my guy's shooting, there's 4 seconds left. Man, he might miss this. I get an opportunity to get the rebound, put back. I get to be the hero. Yeah. It ain't nobody's responsibility to remind you. It's not the coach's responsibility. It's just the reason why you play. You play for 5 seconds on the clock. This could go either way. Yeah. That's the whole reason you play. Yeah. Like, you don't care about that. We don't dream about the other 48 minutes when we kids. Yeah. We dream about that last 5 seconds and what I'm going to do. Yeah.
Mine's a little bit deeper. And this thing is like, has like marijuana written all over it.
Oh, yeah.
So that's where I am.
It was a situation where I think I had commented on Cash's face that he may need to be drug tested for his own good. I'm just talking about.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I look back, you know.
AD, no attention span, like he's.
When you in those situations now, it's when somebody goes to the foul line, everything stops, right? So what are you thinking about? Like, I know me, it's like how many timeouts we have, what's the score? Like, now that's when you think about. Yeah. You can't start thinking about it when it happens. Yeah. You know, then it happens, you run the opposite way. It's like, what? So I was like, I said to myself, the first thing that came to me was like, he had to smoke before he played the game. That's right
when we gum, dog.
I was like, there's some heavy marijuana usage, and I think he probably fits.
Yeah,
mode.
For sure. Sure. The only way you even know how much time is in the game from the court is by looking up the scoreboard.
Yeah. Like,
so to even know I get the rebound, I'm gonna dribble it out. Yeah. You had to look at the scoreboard just to know it's 4.7 seconds or whatever. It's just we.
Yeah, I just couldn't. I couldn't.
We Gatorade. For me, it was just like
it was high.
Marijuana. It's marijuana.
I couldn't fathom being because you're on the. To me, like you're on the foul line. We go, you know, this game we're on the foul line. We know he needs to make. You going to the foul line. What George Hill needs to do.
Right
now, George Hill is forever. You know, he's the Sean Woods of this situation. Sean Woods is the guy who hit the shot before Laettner hit his shot. No one ever knows who Sean Woods is. He hit a great shot for Kentucky, but no, the banker, the one-arm floater in the spectrum at the time, whatever. Yeah. And no one can know. Sean Woods could have been the guy we talked about from, but then Laettner did his thing.
Right.
So no one's talking about Hill, who had to make 10 years in the league, your first finals. A lot of guys, this is their first finals. Made the first, missed the second. No one's even talking about him.
No, he got a pass.
But I've heard one person say, that happens. You miss free throws. That happens. You go to overtime and lose. Team gets hot. Bang, bang, bang. They open overtime like they open up the third quarter. Bang, bang, bang. Pretty much you don't have time to get up. You know, you're out. Those things happen in basketball. Calls go either way in basketball. But not get an offensive rebound,
you right there.
tie game, right there, and you dribble away from the basket and run the clock out, thinking that you're up one.
But he made it worse with his explanation.
Oh, he tried.
Yeah. No, I knew it was tied. I got the rebound. Nobody can't think I was going to shoot over KD. So I dribbled out to hopefully get some room to call timeout. So I saw LeBron, and it looked like he wanted to call a timeout, so I just stopped. But no, I knew what the score was. I said, yo.
Dog, on the instant replay, you can look at LeBron looking at it, and he goes, and he mouths,
I thought we was up.
I thought we was up. That's what he told Lou. Lou came to the press conference like, Lou was looking around, look, I can't cover for this.
That's one of those things. You get the rebound, and he blocks it, so what?
Or you pump fake, or you go on the other side. You know,
try to get fouled, anything.
You would think that when he got the rebound, he was like Muggsy Bogues.
Yeah.
I'm 5'5", I gotta go back out.
You use the rim on the other side. If you get the rebound on the left, you go across to the right to protect your lane. You lay it up on the basketball.
And if you wasn't going to shoot, I mean, you got to haul to LeBron and just give him the ball. Get it out my hands. This moment is too big. Get it out my hands. Anything but what he did.
Right, absolutely.
And we talk about things, and this is the irony of sports. This is, I think, this is what sports is so. J.R. Smith is known as a gunner, ill-advised shots. He shoots the ball all the time. He'll be best known for the shot he didn't take. Wrong. He'll be best known for the shot he didn't take. This cat, he shoots at nauseam. Did
you see what happened earlier this year? The Jet. Jason Terry was on the bench.
Oh, no.
There was a play going on. Jason Terry was on the bench. He engaged JR in full conversation while the play was going on. He just stopped. He over there talking. His team playing 5-on-4. He over there talking to Jason Terry. Hi, man.
Some usage, some heavy usage.
He didn't realize it. He didn't realize there was a play going on.
I mean, where does it rank? You got Freddie Brown, Georgetown, North Carolina, back in the day. Mike Jordan shot game. You got Bill Buckner. I mean, but people. I mean, that's physical plays that don't. Jackie Smith drops the ball. There were physical. Chris Webber calls the timeout you didn't have. But there's physical plays you just don't make like you think they're. But this was a guy who didn't know the score. I mean, Jim Marshall ran the wrong way in the football field. You get turned around.
That's
on the tip of my tongue.
That's number one.
Jim Marshall running the wrong way. Look that up, young folks. But you can get turned around or hitting it in the football field. Go. But at a stoppage, you're coming off a stoppage of play,
and you have a timeout,
and your man is at the free throw line. Like this is the game. Like that's the whole thing. Like you go to the free throw line. Do we need to miss one automatically? We're down 3. All those scenarios are there.
Game stops.
Right when
man, I used to look at the scoreboard so many times. You just keep looking. That's all I can do to control this moment inside of me. All right, just look again. Look again.
And that's what they said. And our coaches agreed the scoreboard's a liar. Like the scoreboard's a liar. Just keep playing. Like the things will come out. Things will move forward, and things can turn around. You just keep playing, but you know the score.
You gotta know the score.
There's no reason for not knowing the score of a game in the NBA Finals.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
it's inexcusable, man.
Like Magic dribbled the ball out against Celtics one time at the end of the game. That
thing was different.
Yeah. But this is something I've never seen before. I've never seen. I don't know the score. I think we're up 1.
Right.
And I got the ball and I'm running out the clock.
Yeah. Not with your teammates yelling to you on the court. Yo! So you even got that?
It's a different yell.
Yeah! you even got that old OS moment with everybody screaming, shoot and pointing. And so it's basic awareness. So even if you had a brain fart, you got guys like, no. Yo, I'm open. I'm going to just run that way.
Yeah.
Golden State was scrambling.
You're like, he's running away from the basket. Yeah,
right. Golden State thought it was a trick play.
Yeah, they was running around trying to guard people.
They didn't know what was going on. They was like, they thought it was going to be a UCLA cut or something. Why is he going away from a backdoor alley-oop?
I got confused. I was like, somebody must need to foul him.
Yeah.
Like they got to foul him. I got confused by his action. I'm like, hold up, it was tied.
Because the only thing I thought was, did they review something? When you say it's a 3 or 2,
right?
And is it the score different? But nobody. I was like, I didn't.
None of the above.
I was like, is the score different than what they put on the TV?
None of the above, dog.
Like they actually up there was a 2, was a 3. They real reveal something it totally baffled me.
JR. Do something to make people forget.
I mean, he's got
win the game. Make the 3 that wins something.
That won't be enough.
Because he's got to
win the series.
Yeah, he's got to become Tiny Archibald. He's got to drop numbers.
What 3-3?
Yeah.
And 5 seconds on the clock. If he hits a game winner, that's the only thing. That's the only thing that'll save him. Other than that, they win 2. It's like, see, if you didn't do that, we could have won 3.
Yeah, dude, you running away from the court. What's going on? What's going on?
I'm rooting for you, JR. I'm rooting for you, man.
Did they suspend Tristan Thompson? Not yet, or not?
No, I don't think the talk was when Love gets.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
but no, you can't throw a punch. You can't.
Did he throw a punch?
He hit him. He hit him with the ball and followed through with his hand.
They'll probably do with David. You remember with David Stern when guys that was an open hand, that was a karate chop.
Yeah.
You know how they
that
did.
Vegas is involved.
You get hit in the face with a ball.
Yeah,
Dog, that's different.
Yeah,
That's
but
worse
what-
than getting punched.
That's what happened one time. Because one time, because when Phoenix guys came off the bench that time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that changed that whole
Oh, yeah.
series or whatever.
Yeah.
And they were saying, well, you come on the court, it's all, we're strictly by the rules. And then somebody threw a punch, and
Right.
somebody chopped somebody.
Right.
And David Stern was on there. Well, why isn't he suspended? David Stern was like, oh, this is open hand.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I remember like it.
But it was actually closed. That's the bad part.
Yeah.
He mushed with the ball and they followed through.
Well,
It's
they
like
they're hoping that we stop talking about it. So sometimes we keep talking about it.
Keep focusing on
like,
JR.
well, why isn't he like,
Yeah, they keep making a decision.
Yeah, like
As
Jay,
they-
we want to focus on JR. But that's interesting because
That also
the
absolves the charge.
the consistency.
Yeah.
Like well, and that's always been a thing too. Because if you look, you don't know with the NBA. I guess you got to go by what the refs go by. And it's the same with the NFL. Some crews call something different.
Yeah.
Because the game 6, Houston Golden State was you got to let the guy land.
Yeah,
You
I
got to
know,
let the
I
guy
know,
let the game.
I know.
Then game 7, you don't have to let anybody land.
Because they went too far, and that. I mean, I've seen about 13 of those calls in that Houston Golden State
And
thing.
so it's like we're like,
it's
where
not
you-
even basketball
Like,
at that point.
So where are you going with? Like, that's the whole point. Like you get a different crew, and then you get I guess that's the whole part of it. You got to be able to adapt to what's going on and how the game is being called that game.
Yeah.
And that's what people say with the with the NBA, because everybody's going to have their conspiracy theories going down, what's going on, like, and that's what it is. I mean, and you just have to be consistent. I think, and I think if they get the officiating, I guess it's different people do different games. I guess, and their interpretation of the rules, and like you said, you can line up 50 people and this play look at this way.
Yeah.
So you just have to go with the feel, but it was so drastic. I think what the part was, it wasn't like a subtle change. It was like
It was.
it was like
It was like they had a meet.
Yeah.
Yo, this is bad for the game.
Yeah.
No more of those
Yeah,
rules.
yeah.
Because I ain't see him call none.
Yeah.
Because it did get out of hand. It was irritating to me.
It was like, I was like, okay.
Because after a while, it's like I'm not even focusing on making the shot.
Right.
I'm focusing on making sure I land on his legs. Come on.
Harden,
that's his whole
with
game.
Arm through.
That's his whole game.
He
Getting
goes
fouled.
Between that and
Dribbling
all the
for
threes,
20 seconds. and too many
I'm
threes.
I'm sitting there like, let me change the channel real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
And maybe when I click it back on, it's, like
He's
the lane's
cutting.
wide
Was
open.
it three things for fatigue? Like you've been there like, I can't try. Let me just try to get this. Let me go for the home run ball. Was that a part of it? I mean, that's their game. That's Houston's game.
Well, I look at it like
but 25 minute road.
I know.
Yeah, that's what I'm
27.
27.
Like, I like to think, right, that just because you go 0 for 5 and he goes 0 for 7 has nothing to do with me, right?
Yeah.
But you go 0 for 5, he goes 0 for 7, and I go 0 for 6 too. It means like, okay, something's not.
We got to do
working
something
for us
different.
now. Not just me. It's not
We
working.
got to
for us.
sync.
Yeah.
Do something different.
Yeah, you gotta go to. But they were like a one trick pony to me. They were like you have to have multiple facets of being able to attack if you're gonna win it.
Yeah.
You gotta change it up. I didn't think they could beat Golden State because of their style. I thought it just lets them rest on defense when one guy's dribbling.
Right.
I can sit over here. You don't have any ball movement.
Yeah.
You can't beat Golden State playing their style.
Yeah.
Because it's like, let's sit around and wait for them to get hot.
Yeah.
And watch them score 30 points in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
They trying to match. How you gonna match buckets with them?
Yeah.
You can't.
They the one team you can't.
That's
do that
100%
with.
luck.
And I don't like James Harden.
I don't like him either.
dribbling.
Yeah.
I
20
like him.
seconds,
I like
I'm
him,
talking
but I
about.
don't like him in that system.
Yeah.
Like, how do you never run off a pick?
I know.
Like, you get the ball and you dribble 20 times at the top
Yeah.
and shoot the ball.
Yeah.
Like, what happened to starting at the bottom,
Right.
running around,
Reggie Miller.
somebody to set a screen?
Yeah.
For you? Like, what? Like,
Now last
I
year,
don't-
when they first put the ball in his hand, he was playing the point. And he was penetrating either, of course, to score if it's there, but he was getting it and going.
Yeah.
And he was creating opportunities for his teammates
Yeah.
in the lane. They just went away from that.
Right.
He dribbles for 20 seconds. If you bottle him up, you're throwing it to somebody for 4 or 5 seconds to shoot. And it's
Yeah.
like, come on, man.
Yeah, you
it's
give him
like,
the ball.
It's like, you know,
Yeah.
okay, somebody else can dribble at the top, and you can start low,
Yeah.
pop high. Like, where's the double screen?
Give them something to think about. Like,
Like,
what are you gonna do?
it's you know,
Go.
it's about a lot of it is about like making the game easier. Like,
Yeah,
it's not
Yeah.
making
right.
the game easier.
Right.
When you dribble 20 times.
No.
It's great because you got a individual skill.
Yeah,
but,
but
like,
that ain't nothing for the
you are
teammates.
not doing that 5 years from now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you're not even the other point guard that got hurt. CP3, Chris Paul. I mean, like it was the same thing. I mean, you're hitting some shots, but they're like desperation shots. You're hitting the shots, but they're like, now how can you count on that? The fade away.
No, you can't.
28 three-pointer with a hand in your face after you didn't jump for 20 seconds or whatever.
It's just
and they had nice penetration with the center. You know, rolling,
their coach is so wide open.
Yeah,
like it's too wide.
Yeah, I
open.
agree. I agree.
Now, for a person like Harden is probably not another coach that he could probably play for and do what he does.
No,
because his style is what it is.
Him and Westbrook are the same dude.
Yeah,
they're the same dude.
Yeah,
you gotta build. They need either one of them teams either bring in Larry Brown to build and coach the team because you got to give him a George Lynch and Eric Snow, Tyrone Hill, like where this is the only cat who needs the ball.
Yeah.
These other guys, they don't need the ball to give that, to do what they do.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, neither one of them are never going to win.
That's another topic in itself because they're not handling Larry. Because Larry cracked, Larry cracked the whip, and Larry be out.
Today's superstar. Today's superstar. Yeah.
So that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, I mean, it's
the old school coach and the new school player.
He probably could work in Philly. Well, no, because he would have drove Ben crazy for not shooting and all that. Like, he wouldn't have let him go a whole. Joe was hurt. He come back with a jump shot. He come back with a 3 game. Ben was hurt. What did he do?
Dude,
to study film? Dude, sit in a wheelchair and shoot 1,000 jump shots a day.
It's interesting that I guess him as what you do, and when you go practice, and that's what I was listening to Sterling Sharp. He said in reference to dads and route running and stuff like that. You got overusing this all your career. This is what you do. You're 6'10", nobody can stop you from going to the hole. Yeah. And you're working on that. You're going to the line, but you got to get in there and do the stuff you don't do well.
Right.
That's the things you have to get in and work on.
Especially since he spent most of the season shooting 50% from the line.
Yeah. So it was like
sit in the wheelchair and just shoot, dog.
Well, speaking of him, let's listen to Ben for a second. His new relationship. He's hitting in the TMZ world.
Information for me.
Kylie Jenner. He's like,
Who was she with recently? Was she with somebody else?
I don't know.
Who?
I don't even know Tam said. Who has she been? They've in the league.
Yeah,
like the only people that have a better scouting report than Golden State Warriors are the Kardashians in the NBA. And that's what my man said.
Well, Jimmy Kimmel the other night, he says the NBA playoffs. He said, which is also Kardashian mating season.
So it's like crazy, but it just leads to what you want. I ain't saying you gotta be Clubber Lang, but like it locked away in the gym, But you would think like, yo, man, I'm just about
another distraction.
In Beverly Hills, you know what I mean?
And you gotta go.
He need to be in the gym down here.
Yeah, like I don't care what.
He's 21.
Oh, no, you're going out there. You're going out there.
You're going to experience some things that you can't experience in the league, and it's Beverly Hills.
Yeah, Beverly Hills. You're going to Miami.
You're going to see Will Smith.
Right.
You can't walk into those guys. You're going to see them. So you got to experience.
Yeah, I mean they going to invite you now.
Yeah, you want to get an autograph out there. Like you the one who usually get asked for the autograph. You're going to be asking.
Going out Vegas to the Bunny Ranch.
Locked away. Like, I'm back. Like stronger. I wanted to be like I want him like with a beard like Skywalker, like Obi. Like I've been just with my sensei, working like on my game. That's
I'm
what
going
I
to hope that all right, hey guys, go take a month off, clear your head. Then after that, shut it down. I mean, I see Joe. Joe took a little what? He took a week to Bahamas.
Yeah.
He out playing pickup games just to do something.
To play tennis, shooting.
I'm gonna play little guys and work on my handle. I mean, I respect that.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not competitive, but it does make you dribble better.
He's enjoying life. He's still doing something basketball.
Playing tennis.
Worried about that whole sideshow life. Which celebrity.
I think he is going to be okay. I think.
Like what's the commercial say? The jump shot can get you all the Kardashians, everything you want, but all those Kardashian stuff can't get you a jump shot.
Well, you just can't. Hey, listen. You. It seems like the mistake is staying too long.
Yeah.
Nobody didn't tell you to stay too long.
Look.
Stop at the rest stop, and then you just go.
Right.
You know,
Go through for a weekend.
don't move in. You know, just come visit and leave.
Make them come back for you next summer.
Yeah.
You know, like clear your head. Don't get.
Well, could he be Jetering? Because he's been moving through. He's been like, is he doing a Derek Jeter thing? Like,
That don't happen to them.
Yeah.
When them Kardashians get you, it's like Get Out. You saw the girl with the laptop at the end? Yeah. That's them, man. Once they get their clutches, it's up to them.
Yeah.
It's up to them to move on. And it's usually after you're a worse person than you was. Yeah. They get you. They got that spoon, man.
So who's the only one that did what's his face? Did he figure it out? Ray J?
Oh, wow.
Tinashe the singer. Okay, I don't know her, but
So the question is, did he dump her to go with the Jenna?
that's what they said.
Probably.
That's
Because I remember he was posing with that other girl.
Her brother said as much.
Yeah, he was posing with. He was hanging out.
He dumped the singer.
They was hot and heavy about a month ago.
Yeah.
And he had just came out public with
So he
her.
dumped her and went over there.
Once they choose you, dog.
Man,
and to your point, Ray J was he set it off.
So
he got the magic juice. He started. He gave them the mojo.
Yeah.
You gotta respect Ray J.
Yeah, so he
Birthed her.
Yeah.
Right. They ought to be giving him a check.
He's like Thanos.
Get a percentage of
Right.
what's going on.
Like I made
He's like the
y'all.
architect.
I
Like
made
in
your
the
whole
Matrix.
family.
He's like the architect in the Matrix. Like
Right.
he set everything on. Like we got
Ray J probably got a website for any starlet who trying to become them.
Well, maybe they need to talk to Ray J, and maybe Ray J got the magic.
He got the code.
He
He got the cheat code.
Yeah, he got
You should have sent Kanye out there. Yo, you gotta go see Ray J for a weekend
Drop Squad, like whatever
to undo it.
Yeah, like whatever to bring that thing back. I mean,
It's like the camera flash. So get out.
I don't know. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. But fellas, it was good conversation.
Yes, sir.
Definitely. You're always welcome to stop by. We're going to be talking a little Phillies. I'm going to do a craft beer show. We about to put that together. We're gonna
beautiful.
do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Come
Beautiful.
down, sip some different beverages and
Sounds good,
everything.
man.
That you
Cash,
do
you got
well.
anything on the horizon?
No, not yet. No,
not yet.
I'm in that part of my life vacation right now.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's a beautiful thing.
Good.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Definitely. Duke, how's the little ones?
Oh man,
My niece and
beautiful,
nephew.
man. Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful. She's headed to high school. Can't believe it.
Yeah.
It's just happening. And he's about to head to first grade. So
Okay.
he's the one though. He's the guy that's gonna keep me sharp. You know?
Okay.
You need one.
Yeah. He's the one. They're beautiful though. They're beautiful. Good kids.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Knock on wood. But like,
How about you, man?
I'm just getting ready. Fishing into this a little bit more. We're looking to do a coaching roundtable. Really
Solid.
get into the youth sports. Really
Solid.
want to get that message out there.
Solid.
Just talking to the different coaches, and we really want to try to get a blueprint together. I'm trying to get my athletic director down. What I want to do is show on how to prepare your kids to get college scholarships.
Nice.
Which they need to do
Important,
for the SAT, the ACT, what to look out when you're recruiting, where you're going from. So I want to put that together, and because a lot of kids that are juniors this year, this is the time you should start. Look at where you're going and everything, and getting ready for next year. So there's three things you definitely want to get down. Definitely. And look, we about to sign off here at the ranch. Good show, definitely. Hello, who's over there? Oh yeah, the food services. Incredible food services by
Craft service.
Elena. Great
Can't
service.
feed stray cats, man.
Yeah,
We'll never go
definitely.
home.
That's right.
Definitely. It's wonderful as always. But we out. WZTO 0 time off at the ranch. Peace. Enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy your weekend. Out of here. It looks like it's going to not rain. So get out there and enjoy yourself. Peace. All right.